Aloha kako, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've already taken the time to subscribe. I'm mahalo. Appreciate you for just taking time out of your day to come and join me for what I like to call a mindful mirror talk. Just an allotment of time that I get to myself to be able to connect, come back to center, come back to alignment with divine, because we all know that life is definitely full of twists and turns, and sometimes we just don't know what's around the corner, what's just around the bend. But I trust, I trust divine to carry me in an abundance of guidance and protection. Sometimes the roads that we walk, they're going to have little warning signs. They're going to have potholes or, things that come up that could be a hindrance, or what we might think in the moment to be a hindrance. We might see these things pop up in our lives as we journey forward through each day. And in that moment that these things pop up, we're given the choice of how to react. And let's just call a spade a spade. Are we all actively choosing to be a better version of ourselves each and every single day? That's the question. I'm feeling like that is the essence, possibly, of today's mindful mirror talk, because sometimes you guys won't always see the things that another person is going through, the heaviness, the to some it could be nightmares that they're going through. Sometimes we have blinders on, or our glasses only allow us to see or focus on certain things in our lives. But divine wants us to open up, really open up your heart chakra, open up that solar plexus, open up your throat chakra, speak truth, speak life. I'm getting a little like hoarse in my throat right now because I feel like someone's not communicating, not acknowledging and accepting the truth that lies within. Truth ain't always pretty. The path of truth is not always going to be smooth. In fact, it's probably one of the most difficult. Like that healing, that truth healing is truly something that rips us apart. We fall apart to fall into place, fall into alignment with divine, most high. Ultimate source of truth is our creator, our divine creator. So I've been going through it as I'm feeling like there are also a lot of souls. Oh, and let's just not mention that today is February 22nd, 2022. So we all know that that is a very strong, dominant portal pull. And here we are in this portal space, this sacred space of self that is plugged into divine. We have no choice but to see the light. It's almost like, so I was at the beach earlier and I was looking at the clouds and the sun just beneath these like really thickening, slightly stormy clouds. And you know how when you try to look in that area, it's so bright that if you have sensitive eyes or whatever, it's like, ooh, okay, I don't want to look too close to the sun. But have you ever imagined, I mean, not to be an idiot and like really fuck up our eyesight, but have you ever imagined that feeling of transition when you can actually look at the sun and accept the overpowering truth of the light that exists and radiates from the sun source into our eyes? Like, have you ever thought, like, is that what death is like? Is that what that moment of transition into the other side, into heaven, into higher realms? Like, is that like looking at the sunlight and being unable to see anything else? Just this explosion and this all-embodying sense of light? Yo, I don't know. That's a scary thought, because you wouldn't want to go outside and just stare at the sun because you just feel a natural resistance. But I feel like our path in life is to clear our souls of that resistance for the beyond, for the next step. Like we live this life so worried. And going back to what I was about to say, with me going through it, I mean, I'm human like any other person that is listening, that might be just here to find an answer or to find an escape or whatever the case. If you're tuned in, you're resonating, you're following, at least following along, then I appreciate it, and you aren't alone. But going through these tight spaces that make us feel like squeezed and suffocating, going through those tunnels only makes you desire freedom more. sovereignty of self, not to be weighed down by the worries and the stresses and the pains and the heartbreaks and the emotions and the waves of all of that. Not to be weighed down and oppressed by that to the point where you are just a nervous ball, a nervous wreck, essentially. That's what, like, I feel that step of anxiety. And to be completely honest, you know, one of the reasons I had started this channel was the fact that I did tend to, at the time I started this channel, have a lot more of that anxiety present in my day-to-day, moment to moment. And I didn't like feeling trapped, suffocated, caged by myself and my mental health. Like, we all are going through things, and honestly, that forgiveness of your own wrongs, your own ill intentions, if there are any, like just taking accountability for any shadow within you, is truly the first step to being able to even accept the fact that these anxious feelings, these nervous feelings, that's all from the dis-ease and the discomfort of your womb and your solar space. Your soul resides and is fed through your gut health. And therefore the nervous system, the sparks that reach every corner of your body, the electricity pulsing through like your nervous system. You are just like lightning bolts. That's what we are. We are of light. We are that spark of life. So to see that power and that magnificence within us as a direct result of the Most High, and to ignore that and to not accept the strength to get through this very winding path before us back to our source. We're all at different stages of the journey, but like overall, I just feel like we're going through this portal space. Yesterday was yesterday. Yesterday's pain, yesterday's tears, yesterday's emotions, yesterday's anger, yesterday's everything. Just yesterday's everything is left in the past, is gone. Someone out there needs to hear that. Because the pain you're feeling now is a result of what you held on to from yesterday, what you have refused to let go from yesterday. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to feel the pain, to feel hurt, to feel lower vibrations and whatnot, but sit with that pain and sit with the trauma and sit with the drama and all the motherfucking above. Sit with it and stare at it, because like I had spoken about in a previous video about that vision I had a few months ago, I was looking at the mirror and I was seeing these otherworldly spirits. They were just disembodied souls. Truth. And I saw the beyond. I saw what's beyond the veil, beyond our three-dimensional or four-dimensional world. There's so many multi-layers or multi-dimensions that a lot of us can't even fathom. And that's okay. We're all in our own world, essentially, but all connected to the same nervous system, the same brain, or the same consciousness, right? We all connect to that same consciousness. So just being mindful of how you take care of the pain, how it has to be cleansed, swept out, rinsed, scrubbed, washed, rinsed away, right? You sit and you look at it and you observe all those crevices and whatnot, but there will come a point where cleansing is going to be the only way you can get through the portal space in the present moment to the other side. With the ability to look directly into the light of truth like you would if you were looking directly into the sun, and feel the transition, feel the transformation and the transcending. So let's just jump into the cards. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys down. Hopefully this is... No, I'm going to change the angle. Hold on. Okay, hopefully this is okay enough of an angle, but we shall see. I'm going to just return some of my little trinkets back up here. I was trying to clean up a little bit the other day. Anyway, yes, so let's jump into the cards. I'm going to go ahead. I already blessed these. Sound blessed. Let's do this one. Let's switch these around. Guess we need the reminders, huh? Self-love. Love thyself. I'll put you right there if you'll stay. That's fine. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and open guidance cards and see where we're starting with for today. Let me just clear the deck. Mountain. This is about standing strong and firm. Kupa'a. This is about being a protector, dedicated to your ohana, your family, being immovable, guardian energy. So Spirit is definitely calling us to stand strong in this moment, whatever you're going through. This is the mana that lies within you currently. I don't mind my nail. I painted it one color and then had to paint the red on top when I changed my mind. So it's looking a little funky, but this is what we're on, this energy. Your guardian energy. You, in this realm, in this dimension that you exist in the physical sense, hold the power, hold the mana of the mountain. The mana. Alright. Any other truth divine to be revealed about this energy? Continuous flow, mahalo. Oh, all of that. No, not gonna take that. Oh, that was really, I feel like someone out there is really like just on the edge of your seat, anxious, like maybe I'm feeling like that surface level. You're really just kind of all over and you're imbalanced. You're not really sure what you're doing right now. You're asking yourself, are you okay? Like, what the fuck is going on? Mentally, spiritually, physically. You're kind of scared for yourself maybe even, I don't know. So maybe you're having, this would initially be a good card, showing that money can be manifested easily. So this gives you hope in the situation, in the desperation I'm feeling you may be in currently, where you might need to be reminded again of your power, of your strength, of your resilience in this realm, in order to reach the top of the mountain, to touch the sun, to look into the light. You reach, our life journey is like climbing the mountain. And this is green money. This is possibly good money, but I'm feeling like you might also be worried about this. If this is going to come in, if this is what's on the board. And Divine says, your money is out of this world. Like, you will manifest that easily because you are fulfilling your divine positions here on earth. You're not from here, but you have a mission. There is a plan. There is an agenda. And you tuning in to your true family. Your true soulmates. Perhaps. You're also tuning in perhaps to maybe what isn't adding up. Then we have nap. This is just indicating Spirit's telling you need to get some sleep, get some rest. You deserve for your mind to be at peace. It needs to be restored, renewed. That energy flow is low. The tide is low. Vibration is low. Your spirit is exhausted. But this is also wake up and face your reality. So once we're done being refreshed, renewed, we still have to face our reality, our life. It will still be here. You can't just check out. You can't just give up. You got to keep moving. You got to keep pushing. You got to know your power, your mana is of the mountain, rooted, firm, immovable. Because you ain't from here, and you are given that divine strength, that divine confidence, that divine manifestation, right? That divine position. Fondness. So this is about your energy, that you are genuinely liked. This is about positive impressions of you. People being drawn to or liking your aura. Drawn to you like a bee to a flower. You restore, refresh, or reset the joy, peace, happiness in their day whenever you are around. So this is encouragement that what you truly do, who you truly are. Don't give up. There's no energy here. Like, I'm reading it with like almost the reversal energy. But no, it is clearly set up. You are immovable. Money flows to you. You are not from here. You just need to remember, squeeze in your rest time, because you're constantly giving, searching, seeking for that truth, that light of the world, seeking some goodness, trying, or at least not giving up hope, right? And that is what makes them feel this for you. They like you, you know, they like you. So throw away anything, any type of trash energy that may be lingering within. Get rid of that. Kini opala. Throw them away in the trash can. Don't hoard or cling to negative or unproductive or unappealing, unhealthy energy, thoughts, or emotions. And that's what I have been feeling like has been getting thrown getting thrown away or piling up outside, and we have to take the time to malama and throw it away in the rubbish can. You know, all the shit that we've left piling up by the curb. Your rubbish pile is building. No, take the time to throw away. Like you would, Windows 95 or whatever the fuck back in the day, 90s computer era. How you'd have to literally like click and drag things to the trash can. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're cleaning house. There's no space for stank ass attitudes and things. So we're checking ourselves. Now this could be negative about, displacement from the home in terms of, you're lacking warmth of communication, affection. There's, a cold house, essentially, indicating poor relationships. So this is to really take a look at that. Here's your shadow. And you have issues and repairs that are needed, that are causes of stress that you might be in denial of. But this is a reminder. Remember I was talking about the heart chakra. This is a reminder that home is where the heart is. So repair your heart space, your home space. Just literally clean house. Take care of the issues that need repair. Do some yard work, do some, maintenance, whatever the fuck. This is where we at. Okay, let's move on. I feel like I'm going a little slow. Hopefully it doesn't come off that way by the time I edit something. What more truth to be seen? I'm sick of getting that card, but we're gonna fucking face it. This is what the fuck is coming around. And from the last 3 cards, it's looking like taking a look at any anger, resentment, or emotions that might be blocking the openness to receive that light and that brightness in our hearts, that joy and happiness, because that's what we deserve. But are we holding on to opala that doesn't serve us, that's just creating that stank ass energy? And this could be in the home too, or around your home, or in your neighborhood, or close to you. Somebody that is close to you who is not showing their truest self, who's wearing a mask, two-faced, who's over there, being one way to you and another way to someone else. Possible cheater, someone that is not being faithful. A cheater has to kind of, like be in disguise or get their story straight, huh? They get plenty different stories to tell. It's like, which one are you going to believe? This is a house of mirrors. There's confusion, yeah? Which one is the real one? Which one's the real you? But you do that because you're not as tough as you think. You're scared. They're scared. Whoever this is that keeps popping the fuck up. But this is like a punch to the gut energy in terms of taking, in terms of acknowledging the root. It's like pulling an ingrown hair or something, and it's like just really trying to get to the root and pull it up completely, so it's not clogging and piling up that stink ass energy, huh? Anyway, if that made sense, that was kind of a weird analogy, but all right, we got storms. So I'm seeing like the positive. Spirit wanted to remind you first about how strong you are, about not worrying on the money issue, because things will come as they are meant to. Really just tuning into all this energy, tuning into the times you need to rest, tuning into, your refreshing aura. The reason, this is where you want to be, but these shadows, the rubbish that needs to be cleared, the energies that need to be looked at. All of this right here, energy, are our storms. This portal energy is very strong. Obviously, it's pulling everyone in different directions, but almost in the same direction. But we got to go through the storms, because the storms help cleanse all the things that's just been stagnant. The lightning, the thunder, right? The rain, just washing things away. It's renewal. It's healing. It's allowing an emotional flow. Like when you get flash flood, or maybe if it's not that serious, but it's like you get the tears. You get the waterfalls of emotion. And this is you deep down understanding how rooted you are and immovable, understanding that you are surrounded by guardian energy. Enough where you are strong enough to weather the storm, causing rebalance, lessons learned. These are the storms. All right, any other truth? Continuing. And they watch you. They want to see what happens. They're curious. What the fuck is going to happen? We'll leave it at that. You know that they want to see you navigate this shit. Oh, almost flew it off the table. It's a little tricky, that energy. Wow. We got the scars card. It's like this. Scars. But we got faded. The faded side. I have fresh or faded. So this is saying life has dealt you many, many battle scars. But right now, the faded nature of the scar is nothing but wisdom gained from the messed up life experiences that you now recognize as the gifts of the lessons learned. The gift that you receive at the end of learning a lesson is the truth, is the forgiveness, is the fearlessness, and it's the forward flow. You'll have these scars, but what is that to you? Right now, we're looking at the faded. This is just a memory. Put the past in the past. You'll get through the storms, you might have tripped and fallen and got scratched, running through the, storm, trying to get shelter and shit, but that shit is more wisdom pearls. Put in your satchel, put in your basket, put in your heart, put in your soul. All right, no hallelujah for that. Ooh, what are we getting here? What are we talking about here? What's going on? What is this? Okay, what is this about? Clarity divine? This one wants to balance. Interesting. Damn. Alright, so we got YouTube. Watch you. So we got the former friend. Your moves are being studied. You know that your energy is being tapped into and read by this person. They're watching, they're tuned in. And they're seeing where these scars are going to take you, the wisdom that's learned, Maybe they're in observation mode. But this is talking about watching you, inspired by your persona because you are too good to be real. Like, nah, this bitch ain't motherfucking, she really, there's something, whatever the fuck the assumptions may be. I feel like that is, yeah, they have as well a YouTube channel, multiple perhaps. I'm just reading what was channeled on here, but it's saying they have a YouTube, possibly multiple, 3 or plus. Keeping tabs are open, and your #1 website open, I guess. They're focused on analytics over natural love of creative energy. This is reminding self that your natural path of purpose. I don't know. Clarity on this one. I'm gonna... Again with the heart space. Regaining harmony and peace. Really feeling like home is a safe space for you. Where love flows, really being in that dream house energy. This is starting new, like fresh beginnings. Yeah, your new home. New beginnings, new roots. This is harmony. This is your motherfucking comfort zone. So, it's like maybe you're being watched because it's like your home is being watched, maybe. Saying you is about reflection, self-evaluation. This is your inner healing, right? You're at home healing. This is your home. That is the focus. This is for you. And you got it like that. This is reminding you of your self-worth, knowing what you're working with, keeping the balance, not being egotistical, narcissistic, but keeping the balance of divine abundance and cleansing the divine storms. They have names, so ooh, and then there's more, but let's go with the names one. And whoops. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take out. Okay, take out my alphabet cards and just see what... So the name has a Z in it, supposedly. Can you guys... I don't think you guys can see. I apologize. So we had home, you. This is your home, your space that needs healing. You seek of harmony, right? Peace, a safe space. You got it like that. And Spirit wants to reveal the names, or a name, or names. But one of them contains the letter Z. Let's see. Someone that you, this person perhaps, or whoever you might be thinking of in the moment that could relate, might have a Z in their name. First or last. Okay, these ones are a little harder because they're smaller and it's like hard to, and they're not as many. It's a little, whoa, difficult. T came out. To shuffle. Okay, mahalo, but whatever is meant will fall. So we have a name with T. Someone with the first or last name beginning with T is who this is about. Could be who's watching or who you might feel is the subject of this truth seeking. Also someone with first or last name L or U. Capital letters indicate first or last name. Lowercase is a letter in their name. So let that be for whoever needed it or resonates or needed to connect the dots, whatever that is meant. But Spirit's telling us there's more. Okay, so what's this about? There's more. I'm going to lift you up just a tad so it's easier to hold this. But, so that there's more is saying that you are destined for more. To have more in life is what is meant for you. There's more to come, essentially. So stay ready, stay steady, and prepare yourself for more, whatever that may be. And if you seek it, it shall be found. If you ask, it shall be or come to pass in your favor. Okay? This was in reverse, so we are no longer in the space or the energy of needing to ring the alarm. We are through the storms. Okay, so we're really picking up the confidence, right? This is no longer feeling overwhelmed by your current situation. This is broken-hearted energy. So definitely feeling that for someone out there. If you connect, go ahead and give a heart down below. But, I know I don't get a lot of engagement on this channel, and this is essentially therapy for self, but also I know that when you speak truth, those that are meant to be tuned in and hear it, receive it, will. And that's who I do this for. The healing of self and the healing of others in need, the collective. This is receiving more messages. But anyway, ring the alarm. We're not in that broken-hearted energy. We are healing. You are in need of being heard, and for healing to be the reason you sound or ring the alarm. But you're healing to the point where you've rung the alarm and you're doing the work. You're putting in the work. You're allowing the scars to fade. To fade the freshness and the pain and the ugliness of the wounds that were left. So hopefully this resonates. But yeah, in reversal, I'm saying we're not hitting that rock bottom. We're getting the fuck up and moving the fuck on. Why? Because we are surrounded by guardian energy. We are strong and firm protectors. We are immovable. So take this time to reveal your truest self and allow it to bask, indulge in obtaining a peace of mind through nature healing and renewal, through the frequencies of music that you listen to, really seeking divine truth. We got to be in the quiet spaces, holding sacred space for truth. Okay, so I'm not going to take up much more time. I think I'll do a quick, because it's the only cards out, but I'm going to do a quick little clearing. And then I'm going to go ahead and see what Divine wants to close us out with. Right. Any conclusive messages for the people that I'm Divine? Continue truth flow and closure. Mahalo. Conclusion for today's truth seeking is about receiving. I'm gonna see, did I bring, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and read from the book to see what it is that is channeled for the author. Something channeled through the author's words might help clarify it for you a bit more, but in terms of receiving, this is a reminder that you are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. Did I not say you ain't from here? You are surrounded by guardian energy. You're being witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness and, you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. Full circle message, because that's what we began with when I was expressing, really embracing and like being able to look directly into the light source and feel loved. To breathe and just be truth and light. It'll nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. We had that in the last video when I was saying fish out of water, dry gills are like, you know, feeling dry, parched. Oh, I didn't say parched, but feeling dry. That depletion, that exhaustion. Now is the time to receive divine's remedy through the elements, through the senses, giving you love, giving you health and healing. She feels it. She knows it. This card, 22, and here we are, the 22nd day of February, 2022. And our message for today, I'm feeling, this is the conclusion, but I'm feeling this is present energy on today's date too, 22. Reminders. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentle knowing, peace of mind, renewal, divine truth. That's what's on this card, divine truth. It's that quiet, divine truth that you feel and you know innately. The insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Do not worry. Do not sit there and overthink. You are divinely guided. The answer shall come. So don't stress about the storms. Don't stress about the repairs that are needed. Just get them done. Just do the shadow work. Work on that home space, that heart space. Tackle one project, renovation, solar renovation at a time. Your heart will tell you. Heart chakra, space of home. We've got home and the homeless. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you or has just recently come. Gently but firmly from that place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. I'm feeling like somebody heavily needed to hear this, because in the beginning you were like, where the fuck do I go? Like when we were shuffling the cards and I was saying it's kind of coming out a little confused and like, which way? There's so many thoughts. Which way do we go? But divine is saying you've got to gently but firmly, from that insight, from that intuition, from that place of knowing, intend to act or react and take your next steps forward. We have the choice. Remember, we were talking about choice. With every difficult decision or every difficult experience, circumstance, situation, whatever, conversation, be led by divine, because they will give you the knowing. So this oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly upon long-range or long-term developments, because this is what it is. You know, you don't just slap some tape on home repairs, put a couple, bolts in and call it a day. No, you got to actually see what the problem is, the issues, the extensiveness of the damage within your inner space, so that you can make the proper and appropriate repairs to yourself. So this is where you are guided. And this oracle comes to you with guidance about these long-term home repairs. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. That's what we were talking about. It's not like, trying to focus in on one little part of the picture. It's really seeing it for its entirety. That's what I was saying in the beginning. You will come to see why things are happening as they are and how you are being helped on to the next stage of your path, on to the next portion of your trek up the Mona, right? To look directly into the sun of truth. So again, you'll come to see why things are happening as they are and how you're being helped on to the next stage of your path, even though it may look like an obstacle right now. Yep. You're feeling like, man, okay, fuck. This is the reality, huh? This is what I gotta face, huh? Okay. Now what? Asking yourself, looking in the mirror, are you okay? Really going through the healing process. All right, and the last card that popped out of that was the perfection of your life. This is almost like a cellular, planetary energy bursting forth life. And this is this is the dimension we are. And really delving within to the roots of the issues, of the problems, of not even issues and problems, just delving into the root of self to be able to fully comprehend as much as possible who you are. But at least that's my intuitive read on this card. But let's go ahead and read what was channeled by the author. This is the perfection of your life. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different to the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. So too, there is great beauty in your life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing it as anxiety-inducing rather than beautiful. You may sense it as internal chaos. You may feel it as something that is waiting to erupt from within, that fire energy. As a restlessness or an anxiety that you cannot quite articulate, but sense vaguely nonetheless. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged, and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval, or change and uncertainty in your world. I told you we was talking to those people. Like, shit, you're trying to stay calm, cool, and collected, but like that shit just be raging inside at times. Or you're dealing with fucking social anxieties. I'm even seeing body dysmorphia thrown in the mix, but I feel like that is just a symptom of the anxiety that you're allowing to cripple you. But again, this is the journey this is the little bridge or the gap between where you were yesterday or whenever the fuck you were having these emotions, you know, feeling this lava beneath the surface, ready to fucking erupt. This is where you were in the past. And remember I said, let that stay in the past. Don't carry that forward. And this is the bridge that we're moving across and forward to the other side, to the top of the mountain. So, with the perfections of life, whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. You are currently enduring a cosmic, spiritual storm, which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm has finally passed. I like that this is flowing all together. If you have drawn the oracle of after the storm as well, this message is amplified for you. Well, we didn't pull that card from this deck, but we definitely pulled it from mine with the storms. Clearing out, cleaning house, getting rid of negative or trashy energy. Fixing the house possibly before the storm. Maybe that's what it was. Fixing up, repairing your house, so the storm didn't cause more damage. But yeah, so this could still apply. It says if you have drawn the oracle of after the storm card as well, this message is amplified for you. Even if you have not chosen that card, but feel intuitively drawn to read the message for it after the healing process below, you're encouraged to do so. If you cannot believe there's anything happening, even at a subtle level, because you feel stuck, denied, bored, thwarted, or stale, this oracle brings you a message also. No matter what appears to be, in truth, there is only the unfolding creative genius of the universe. You are not forgotten. You have not been looked over. You have not been denied, found wanting, or rejected as unworthy. The storm that needs to erupt is in your own heart. Do your liberation rain dance. Rage, weep, pray, dance, paint, or sing. Express whatever is needed, however it is needed, to exercise the blocked energy in your heart. Then you will call on the powerful perfection of your life path as it aligns for the next creative turn of the spiral of life. Once again, you will trust and directly experience the flower of life unfolding within you and around you. Mahalo, Piha, mahalo to the fullest degrees of gratitude. And I feel like, hey, maybe this ain't gonna really hit for some people, but I really feel like there's some souls right now that are like, their heart is bursting. They feel that heart chakra pulsating and ready to explode with this Ike, this knowledge. Yeah. Because they needed this bridge, essentially. They needed this bridge of truth to help guide them on those next steps, because it's fucking scary. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you be like, damn, that's a lot of rubbish I gotta take out. Can somebody help me? Can you help me grab this bag? Grab this kiniopala, this trash can, please? So I can get it to the... Yeah, like, you over there needing help. Divine guidance is bridging you to the other side, because you will get there. You will motherfucking make it through the storm. So, I trust this message reaches you in peace, in receiving of this truth. So I just want to say mahalo for coming and joining me for a very this is to me a very awakening, cold shower truth seeking or mindful mirror talk. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you are so compelled. I will see you in my next video, and love, light, and always aloha.